a mosquito had the audacity to bite me on my ass. So if you see me scratching my butt through this video, that's why. Oh my God, this is gonna be a problem. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so first, I like to start with the eyes just because I'm so oily that it's like vital that my face makeup is on for the least amount of time. So my eyebrows are microbladed, you can probably tell. On a very lazy day, I will just go in with a brow gel. This is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in black. But sometimes if I just have a little bit extra time, I'll run through it with a pencil like real fast. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in black, I think. Oh, Espresso. So I'll just brush through them. So I'll just run it through the front a little bit. It's really not doing much, but just like to darken them a little. Like you can kind of see the difference. Then we're gonna go over it with the brow gel or brow mascara, which is in the shade black. It's not actually black, it's a very, very dark, cool tone brown. I'll just brush it through the brow, darkens it up a little bit. I'm going to prime my lids with concealer. I have yet to find an eyeshadow primer that does anything like miraculous. So I just go in with some concealer. I don't carve out my brows because who has time for that? Not me. And I don't go in with too much product because she's a natural girl sometimes. Then I'll just set my eyelids. I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Banana Powder, and I just take this light brush. It's a highlighting brush that I don't use to highlight, and I will just sweep this across the lid. Perfect. For eyeshadow, we're gonna do just like a bronzy, natural, somewhat glowy eye look today. It's not gonna take us that long because it's gonna be so basic. I think I'm first gonna go in with this ColourPop shadow. This one's called Crenshaw. It's just a pretty like brown shade, you know, neutral. I'm just gonna start working it in the crease. And I'm keeping it pretty low. I really like to play with makeup, but do I ever know what I'm actually doing? No, I do not. I just try out different looks when I'm bored and see what works for me. Now I'm gonna take this dark shade here called, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. It's from the Warrior palette by Juvias Place, but I'm gonna take this middle top shade here with this Morphe M441 brush and work it on the outer crease. And bring it in just a little, but not too much. I wanna keep this darker shade on the outside. Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about? I don't. Do y'all see these scars? I'm really getting sick of them. Like, I want to get something done to make them disappear because, listen, I've tried every topical acne scar thing, nothing works. I think I need to get like it lasered off or something. I know you can do like PRP facials and like microdermabrasions and chemical peels that will help, but the problem with those is you have to do several, like a ton of those consistently for it to work. So when people are like, oh, if you get it lasered off, it's gonna cost so much. Yeah, but you can do it like 1 or 2 times and you're good. With like peels and all of those things, you're gonna have to do a shit ton of those. And that adds up. So it's about the same. One is just like more instant results, you know? Then I'm gonna go back to this little Nordstrom brush and I'm gonna go in with, it looks so orange on camera, but in person it's like a pukey yellow brown color. And I'm just gonna take that and kind of blend out all this top part here so it's more seamless, you know? Guys, she's not a makeup artist. I'm going back in with the Morphe brush just to like blend out this darker color. It doesn't have to be nice, we're just going for bronzy, smoky madness, you know? The real focus is not the eyeshadow in this look. The focus is the face. Though I hate wearing face makeup, it's my favorite part to do because I love a contour. I love a bronzed face, like very J-Lo glow, like, ugh, yes. Eyeshadow. Oh, I switched brushes. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and there's nothing on it, so I'm just like trying to blend. You can never blend too much, but there is such a thing as not enough blending. I love how in my monitor and in this mirror, it's looking like two completely different things. So who knows what it's looking like to you guys. Hopefully it doesn't look like absolute trash. I'm gonna take a mix of this middle brown and this, like, this looks black, but it's like a dark ash brown. This is actually black. I'm just gonna mix those two on this tiny little Morphe. There's no numbers left on it because it's so old, but it's just a little tapered brush. And I'm just gonna run that on my lash line so that when I put on falsies, it doesn't look, it kind of blends it in, you know, it doesn't look so crazy. And the other reason I love putting a dark shadow on my lash line, I focus it just on the outer part and I'll make it thicker, not a winged liner, but just I'll make it thicker at the corner here and then thin it out towards the middle, because it just, even though it's so subtle, it adds a lift to the corner of your eye, and we love a cat eye, okay? So we'll just run it across the lash line. Does everyone have one eye that just cooperates so much better and then one eye that just like ruins your life? Okay. I want to add a little bit of glow to the eye. There is a gold shimmer shade right here that is from an old Tarte palette. And I'm just going to take this flat brush and I'm just going to pop this in the center. Like so. See, it's just a little bit of shimmer right in the center. Love that. We're just making this up as we go. We don't know what we're doing. With the face, we know what we're doing. With the eyes, I never know what I'm doing. I just have the urge to watch Love Don't Cost a Thing. That is so random, but that like movie just popped into my head and I kind of want to watch it. Now I'm just gonna curl my lashes and apply some mascara before I put on some falsies. Then I'm going to put on these Lilly lashes in Miami. So I'm gonna do those off camera really quick and I will be right back. Okay, lashes are on. We're moving on to the face, which is my favorite part. So just like eyeshadow primer, I have never found a face primer that does anything. So if you know of any good face primers for oily skin, please leave them in the comments below, because for the life of me, I cannot find one that works. My face is prepped. We just don't prime. We're prepped, but not prime. First, for these like glowy, summery looks that I've been loving lately. First, I go in with the Loreal Illuminating Drops in Gilded Honey. I just put it right where I would put highlighter and like on my nose. Not too much, because this shit is... I was doing this with a beauty blender and it just was not letting my makeup sit on top of it very well when I tried to blend it out with a beauty blender. It was so weird. I can't really explain it, but it wasn't working. So I was like, oh, I'll use the small stippling brush that I have. Can't find it. So then I was like, this'll work. Yes. Honey, she is. Do you see this? Magic glow. I will just put it all over my cheeks basically. Like, look at that. Y'all see that? I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Foundation. I'm in the shade 280. So I like to go in with a very thin layer. I try to make one pump work for my entire face. I am gonna have to go in with a little bit more. But with this foundation, I don't mind because it's so lightweight. We gotta cover up some of this shit, you know? Because we do not have perfect skin, as you can tell. Next, we're gonna go in with concealer. So for my face concealer, just because I'm OCD and acne prone, so like on a regular day, I do not wear foundation, I just wear concealer. And I go in with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye concealers. If you saw my last video, you know that these are holy grail because it has a lot of ingredients in it that are good for acne. So when I just go in with concealer, I go in with these. But even if I go in with foundation first, I'm still gonna use these on the face, not the under eye. Okay, so for the under eye, I mix the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Sand and the Fenty Beauty Concealer in 290. I have to mix them right now because Tan Sand in the Tarte is too dark, as you can probably see, and then the 290 is still too light. So I need to go back again and try an even darker Fenty concealer because I cannot. Then I just take my beauty blender and blend out the concealer. When it comes to blending out a spot that I'm trying to, a dark spot that I'm trying to cover, I very lightly tap because I don't want to uncover what I'm trying to cover, you know? So many acne scars on my chin, it's unreal. I just want to get a new layer of skin. That would be ideal. Okay, so now that we have the base pretty much done, I like to kind of bake my T-zone. I will just take my damp beauty blender, put it directly in my powder, and instead of setting it on there and letting it sit, I like to place it and then push it into my skin. The T-zone is where we like to push that powder in, because honey, I will be greasy after 10 minutes. Like, you think I'm joking? Dead ass. The chin and the forehead is like where the real concern is. I just push it in until it's like gone. And then, my favorite part. Now we're gonna bronze. So I like to layer my bronzers because there's levels to this shit, okay? First I go in with this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in number 3, which is their darkest one, which is tragic because does this look dark to you? This is not dark, are you kidding me? It's barely a bronzer shade for me. But that's besides the point. We're not gonna come for Charlotte Tilbury right now, but I just use this to first bronze. The same way you have a transition shade for your eyeshadow, this is it for like my bronzer, if that makes sense. So I just take this Morphe M527 fluffy brush. I like this one because it's fluffy, but it's not stiff. It's very like loose, flimsy. So it's not as precise, which I like for this step. I just want it in the whole general area, if you know what I mean. So you won't be able to tell a huge difference at first, but that is the point. This is just to help blend when I go in with a darker, like bronzer contour situation. I hate that you can still, can y'all fucking see that? You can still see my dark mark through it. Oh, that drives me nuts. We're gonna get that fixed. And then for like my real bronzing, I'm going in with the Too Faced Darklit Chocolate. What? I go in with the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil, and I go in with this little Morphe M530 brush. It's like the perfect circle, and it's just the best to do little circular motions right here. Oh, I love it. We're just gonna go in. Oh, the camera is not doing it justice. And y'all know how I mentioned before, I have one good eye that like cooperates all the time with eyeshadow and eyeliner, and then one that's trash. Same with like my cheeks. Just my whole right side of my face sucks when it comes to putting on makeup. But the left side, she lives, okay? Okay. I like to go back in with this e.l.f. brush or any little light brush that doesn't have like color on it and I'll dip back into the Fenty banana powder. Sometimes I'll do this with my beauty blender, and I will just draw a faint line here. Maybe we'll go in with the beauty blender, and I will just kind of draw a line here just to make sure that my bronzer is nice and clean. Okay, while that sits there for just a second, we're gonna go in with blush. This is the Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amore, and I'm taking it on this Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH04 blush brush. And then I don't like to leave this on for too long, so I'm just gonna take any brush that's somewhat clean with no dark colors on it and just sweep this away and kind of blend everything out. But see how it just makes like a cleaner line there? Do I sound like a makeup artist yet? Guys, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? I just jump around all over the place because, again, I don't know what I'm doing exactly. Then before I finish off the face, I'm gonna jump back to the eyes and I'm gonna do the lower lash line really quick. I think I'm just gonna mix these two brown shades here for the lower lash line, and we're just gonna keep it on the outer corner of the lower lash line. So keeping it right here, and really I don't go past the middle, like we just keep it right there. Right on the outer corner. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going to put some mascara, and even with the mascara, I like to focus it on the outer half of my lashes and not the inner half. And now we're gonna highlight. First, I'm gonna set my face and then we're gonna apply the highlighter so that it's just more, you know. This is the only setting spray that I'm obsessed with. It's the Morphe spray and it's the continuous one. Y'all, it's so light. It's like a veil of setting spray and it smells so freaking good. And I like to mix these two colors for my highlight. One is an eyeshadow. It's not even a highlighter, but it's the shade that I put in the center of the eyelid. I mixed that one with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle. Tap that off. This is the Morphe M510 brush. I don't know what its real purpose is, but it's what I use to highlight. And we will just... And I like to put it even down here on the cheeks because I feel like when you smile, see, it's like on the apples. Love it. I dust some on the nose. Oh, if you're wondering why I didn't contour my nose, it's because I don't contour my nose. That's another step we just don't have time for, okay? That's a lot of work. Oh, yes, she's glowing. We're gonna set one more time and then do lips. It smells so good. So first, I'm gonna line my lips with the NYX lip liner in Nude Truffle. I'm gonna go in with the Tarte lip paint in Choker. I love this color. And I love the formula of these. They're matte, but they're not drying. They're not like any other matte liquid lip. This is like a mousse consistency, so it's really soft, really smooth. And even though you feel like it's not staying on the same way a liquid lip is, this like does not come off throughout the day. It feels like it might, like lipstick or something, but girl. To top off the lip, we're just gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb because it's like nude and bronzy. Yes, baby. You know it's way too late. Regretting our mistakes. It got so head over heels crazy. Need to apologize. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me create this look. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow your girl on Instagram. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh my god, I'm fucking sweating my ass off. But at least my left ass cheek didn't itch throughout this video. Hallelujah, small victories.